Easy Lover from the Chinese Vinyl LP by Phil Bailey and Phil Collins. Now in 1840, let's answer that question about consecutive #1 albums. Rosemary Mendocino of Scranton, Pennsylvania wants to know what recording act have had the most #1 albums in a row. Well, first let me tell you that getting even one #1 album is a great achievement. Getting more than one is more impressive. And getting a string of #1 LPs is super. And 3 super acts are tied in second place for having 5 #1 albums in a row. Chicago, Elton John, and Paul McCartney and Wings. Then there's the act in first place. Between 1965 through 1968, 3 short years, they released 8 albums. And all of them hit #1. Incredible. Who else could it be but the Beatles? And they were so popular, they ended their own #1 LP streak. Sounds strange? Here's how that happened. Well, the Beatles' 8th #1 LP in a row, called The Beatles, but better known as the White Album, was on top. They released another album. It was the soundtrack album from their animated movie Yellow Submarine. Well, Yellow Submarine shot onto the chart and quickly climbed to #2. It probably would have been the Beatles' 9th #1 album in a row, except that the White Album took Yellow Submarine out of the top spot because it was still selling big. And in case you're wondering, yes, the album that followed Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, did go to #1. So the Beatles' fantastic string of 8 #1 albums in a row was ended by their own popularity. And there's your answer, Rosemary. Thanks for the letter. Now, on with the countdown. Number 32. Here's the hit song by David Bowie and the 5-man jazz band, the Family of 2 Inches. It's not America. Everybody. That would be drafted into things where, a guy writing stuff and it's like, hey, why is program the college. Right forward, that we need to make sure that it is there amongst doctors. Kìa Linus, trẻ bé lớn gì uống cũng được.